We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
There is a signal broadcast every second of every day. Look around the environment we live in. Carbon dioxide, fluorocarbons, and methane have increased. We are resourced to them. They want benign indifference. They want us drugged. We could be pets. We could be food. But all we really are is livestock. Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep. The poor and the underclass are growing. Racial justice and human rights are non-existent. They have created a repressive society, and we are their unwitting accomplices. Their intention to rule rests with the annihilation of consciousness. We have been lulled into a trance. They have made us indifferent to ourselves, to others. We are focused only on our own gain. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered. That is their primary method of survival. Keep us asleep, keep us selfish, keep us sedated.
Pure Raza, yo soy Ernesto Ayala, and this is Aztlan Weekly. We begin with news from our camarada Scott Duncan desde Oaklandia, Califas. According to Mission Local, La Migra, aka ICE, kidnapped a woman outside the San Francisco Immigration Court, the first known case since October. Her case had just been dismissed after the state's suggestion, a bait and hook tactic used by the Department of Homeland Security attorneys to fast-track deportations. Y también our camarada Scott Duncan also reports the person who was shot while driving a U-Haul toward federal agents during last month's Coast Guard Island protest has now been charged with assault. The suspect, Baya Thompson, faces accusations of assault with a deadly weapon against a federal agent. Estas pendejadas as masked ICE continues to beat our raza, brandish guns, and intimidate protesters and bystanders across the country without warrants, nor identification, citizen oversight, or recourse. Scott also reports El Tímpano that the ongoing threat of ICE in the Bay Area has left many immigrant families living in fear. Some parents are keeping their kids home from school, others avoiding public spaces. Hotlines are lighting up as community organizations try to calm rising anxiety. The Guardian adds that a Bay Area nonprofit named Latino Task Force has stepped up and has been driving students of undocumented parents to and from school to keep them safe amid the threat of raids. The San Pancho Latino Task Force, LTF, was born out of necessity and built on the power of community. Initially formed in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have grown into a permanent coalition dedicated to advancing equity, health, and economic opportunity for Latino, Black, Pacific Islander, and other historically underserved communities in San Francisco. Through deep collaboration with community-based organizations, city agencies, and grassroots leaders, we ensure that resources and support reach those who need them most. For more information, visit their webpage, ltfrespuestalatina.com. Y noticias from la ciudad de Santa Rosa, Califas. According to La Ciudad's social media accounts, quote, congratulations to Omar Medina, recipient of the Multicultural Roots Project. Omar Medina's story is a testament to his unwavering dedication to his comunidad, from his early days at Cook Middle School to his current role as program manager and elected official. Omar has consistently faced and overcome challenges like those he encountered as a teenager. His resilience and determination to fight for social justice and representation have remained relevant to this day. Despite the recurring obstacles, he continues to stand up for those who cannot, ensuring that their voices are heard and their needs are met. Omar Medina's story is one of perseverance, diligence, and an unyielding drive to make a difference, no matter the odds. His inspiring story is featured in Santa Rosa's Multicultural Roots Project, which honors the contributions of Black, Indigenous, and people of color who have helped shape our community in Santa Rosa. Read Omar's full story and nominate other inspiring leaders on our website, srcity.org. And in other media-related news, desde Los Angeles Califas, on November 4th, 2025, federal agents involved in an immigration operation detained U.S. citizen Dennis Quiñones outside a Home Depot after he allegedly confronted them with a hammer and rocks. During his arrest, Quiñones' one-year-old daughter was temporarily taken away in a separate vehicle by agents before being returned to family members who reported that she had visible injuries, including a bruise and rash. Y más noticias desde Sur Califas. The publishing house Right of Roses posted the following on social media. Quote, "We are thrilled to see an early review of Mexicana Poemas y Más Poemas by la talentosa y prolífica poetisa Diosa X in Latino Book Review by the one and only Luz Schweig, editora del libro Somos Chicanas. Congratulations, Diosa X. Here's a bit of the review. Quote, with unbreakable love for everything Mexicana in verse that flows with divine feminine might, medical native humor, and delightful playfulness, we hear the speaker either draw the line or defy the line, setting limits and asserting sovereignty of language, land, and body. Luz Schweig. Este libro is edited by Dr. Lauren Francis Guerra, host of Gold Hoops and God podcast, and published by Riot of Roses Publishing House. Mexicana, or Mi Chicana, Poemas y Más Poemas by Diosa Xochiquetzalcoatl is coming in hot on Thursday, el 20 de noviembre 2025, el Día de la Revolución Mexicana. Fun fact, this is the 7th full collection of poetry by Diosa X. Search the handle Diosa X and follow the author for more details on her upcoming book tour. Also pre-order now by visiting riotofrosespublishinghouse.com. Y noticias from our camarada Shista Garcilaso. Desde Arizona Aztlán, Arizona, the Tucson Botanical Gardens has opened Frida's Garden, a stunning new exhibition inspired by the legendary artist Frida Kahlo. The display recreates the vibrant atmosphere of her famous Casa Azul in Mexico City, blending desert and tropical plants, colorful tilework, and vivid designs to celebrate her art, heritage, and love of nature. Visitors can stroll through lush courtyards, explore her creative world, and experience how her spirit takes root in the Sonoran Desert. Learn more at tucsonbotanical.org. Y también our camarada Chista Garcilaso reports the Colorado River Indian tribes have granted personhood status to the Colorado River under tribal law through a resolution approved in November 2025. This decision codifies tribus' cultural belief that the river is a living entity and establishes a legal framework for its protection, giving it some of the same rights as a human. Read the full analysis at azcentral.com or visit the tribu's webpage at crit-nsn.gov. That's crit-nsn.gov. And in other news, desde Arizona Aztlán, according to PhoenixNewTimes.com, Arizona skywatchers were treated with a surprise appearance of the Northern Lights, aka the Aurora Borealis, earlier this week. The phenomena, most often visible in the most northernest and less polluted parts of the Las Americas, this time around unusually lit up skies in Arizona Aztlán and other desert regions in the U.S. Southwest, what we call Aztlán. Y noticias from our camarada Andrea Martinez desde Crazy Town, Roswell, Nuevo Mexico, Aztlán, New Mexico. She reports, quote, the results of our elections in Roswell didn't go well. In my opinion, the majority of Roswell voters did not come out to vote, and so we had the same people in office win back their positions. To my sadness, because I'm so ready for change, that means no help with shelters or any changes for Roswell, unfortunately. Coincidental, we got a letter right after the election that our Food Not Bombs program was no longer welcome in its location at the Pioneer Plaza to serve food for free. We have been serving in this location for about 2.5 years with no problems. We pick up after ourselves. We don't know what the issue is, so we moved across the street. Y en otras noticias, desde Nuevo Mexico, Nuevo Mexico, according to wilderness.org, el pinche Trompas administration is considering revoking protections for Nuevo Mexico's Greater Chaco Canyon from oil and gas drilling, a move contrary to what occurred in 2023 after decades of advocacy. Former Interior Secretary Deb Haaland protected the public lands surrounding Chaco Cultural National Historical Park, reflecting tribal freedom to steward their ancestral homelands, the conservation of clean air, water, and wildlife, and the responsibility to safeguard this sacred landscape for future generations. Note, Raza, Chaco Canyon is a historical site that should be given the same attention as other historical ancestral sites throughout the Americas, like those of Teotihuacan or various Maya buildings throughout Mexico and Central America. Chaco Canyon holds a lot of significance, even for Chicanos, if we were to know more about it. In noticias desde Yutaslan, according to KLS.com, the 14th annual Film Mexico Film Festival, featuring contemporary Mexican films, kicked off earlier this week in Salt Lake City. The festival is a collaboration between the Salt Lake Film Society, the Mexican Consulate in Salt Lake City, and Artes de Mexico in Utah. The festival will run through November 20th, screening 8 contemporary Mexican films, including documentaries and dramas. Organizers describe the lineup as highlighting award-winning works that span from dark humor to visual poetry and cultural exploration. Films will be shown at Broadway Center Cinemas, 111 East Broadway, Suite 99, Salt Lake City. En noticias from our camarada Oscar Ochoa desde Tezcatlan, throughout the past week, a new USDA memo read the federal government is moving to release full November 2025 SNAP benefits as soon as today, following a Rhode Island court order. The Trump administration is appealing the ruling, arguing there's only enough funding for partial payments and that shifting money from school meal programs would be illegal. In Houston, food pantries like the Wesley Community Center report a surge in demand as families wait for benefits. We're seeing a lot of first-timers, said Chief Program Officer Samantha Sherman. Residents like Lewis Pye say emergency food helps, but they're still waiting for their usual SNAP deposits. States may start processing benefits later today. Though delays remain possible pending the appeal. For food resources in the Houston region, visit wesleyhousehouston.org. And in related news, our camarada Robert Ramirez of the Denver Colorazlan reports.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Robert Ramirez here. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the shutdown. So what's going on? Where are we at? What's happening next? The Trump administration signed the bill today, November 12th, ending the longest ever U.S. government shutdown. The House of Representatives passed the bill 222 to 209, sending it to the president's desk after major disruption of federal programs such as SNAP. SNAP was frozen for quite a while, affected 42 million plus people, but is on track to be starting up again very soon. Another major issue has been travel disruption. Flight cancellations, and federal workers have been highly affected. Federal employees and contractors went weeks and weeks without pay. This impacted many households, including small and large businesses. Social safety net programs were delayed, which really impacted people who were already straining, just struggling to get by. This is about more than Washington politics. This is about the ripple effect when this hits our communities and affects our people. So clap your hands because the shutdown's over, but keep your eyes and ears wide open.
Y también noticias desde Nevada-Slan, Nevada. According to 8newsnow.com, the annual Silver State Equality Awards took place earlier in the week, honoring Jan Jones Blackhurst with a 2025 Ally Leadership Award. The event took place at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. The event, hosted by Coco Montrese, served as a fundraiser for Silver State equality and recognized leaders who have contributed to advancing LGBTQ plus equality in Nevada. More details are available on their web page, silverstateequality.org. And online, the Purple Ink Press announces a writers' contest for Raza Mujeres as well as other non-binary people of color. Quote, Beloved is a multi-genre chapbook contest for women of color and non-binary folks. What do we mean by multi-genre? You can submit fiction, non-fiction, poetry, hybrid graphic novel, or anything in between, or a genre and we have never seen. Show us your creativity. This selection will be the first of a Beloved series named in honor of Toni Morrison's incredible novel, Beloved. The contest will be judged by the fabulous Jennifer Maritza McCauley. Depending on the judge's selection, there might be multiple winners. The prize is $500. Publication plus 20 copies of the chapter book. If there is more than one winner, the monetary reward will be increased and distributed among the winners. We encourage both new, emerging, and established writers to submit. Deadline is January 25th, 2026. Check out our website to see more of the contest guidelines, purpleinkpress.com. And now, eventos en Aztlán. Familia Fest en Pacoima, desde Pacas or Pacoima, reports via Instagram, quote, we're heartbroken to share that due to the incoming storm, we'll be postponing our Familia Fest event for everyone's safety. Our new date is Saturday, December 13th, location TBD. and we promise it will be worth the wait. We want to thank every volunteer, artist, partner, and supporter who's poured their heart into this event. Your energy and love are what make Familia Fest so special, and we can't wait to celebrate together soon. Please mark your calendars and stay tuned for updates. From all of us at Familia Fest, thank you for your continued support and understanding. For updates on La Familia Fest, visit their Instagram page by searching Familia Fest LA. That's Familia Fest LA.
Food Not Bombs Roswell, New Mexico is a division, a nonprofit under the umbrella of Hagerman Forward. Serves food to those in need every Sunday at 1 and Thursdays at 4. If you reside in the Roswell area or are in need of food, please contact Jocelyn Smith for food distribution locations. I can be reached at 575-208-9509, or you can visit our Facebook page, Food Not Bombs Roswell, New Mexico. Food Not Bombs is a community organization dedicated to feeding the hungry. We believe in providing nutritious meals to those in need rather than wasting food on bombs and violence. Volunteers prepare and serve meals in public spaces, fostering a sense of community and support.
Y otro evento reported to us by our camarada Andrea Martinez desde Nuevo Mexicaslán, Nuevo Mexico. The New Life Church of Roswell is offering a free food and toy giveaway this Sunday, November 16th. Come by for food and toys. Address 1800 West Bland Street, 1800 West Bland Street. Please call Geneva at 575-420-4697 to register for food. Please call Michelle Williams at 575-246-8469 for toys. Ahí nos vemos, raza. And as reported by our camarada Chista Garcilaso desde Arizonaslan, as featured on azpbs.com, the non-profit organization Aliento is offering art healing workshops to help Raza families manage anxiety from immigration enforcement. Organizers say the creative process offers connection and relief amid fears of detentions. This art therapy is meant to help nuestras familias cope con el stress pegando our migrant familias. Aliento's mission statement: Aliento serves students, dreamers, and immigrant families to transform trauma into hope and action. It is led by directly impacted individuals, youth, and supporters who strive to create an environment where human potential is nurtured and not defined by quote-unquote immigration status. Aliento supports students and families through education initiatives, arts and healing program, leadership development, civic engagement, and policy. For more information, visit alientoaz.org. Un evento en Los Ángeles Califas, a community screening of the documentary Reimagining Safety, will be held at All Power Books on Saturday, November 15, 2025, from 5 to 8 p.m. Un evento online, La Raíz magazine announces, quote, "We're having a Flor y Canto showcase. La Raíz magazine is a literary journal of art and poetry, and we're celebrating the 2025 issue and contributors with an online Flor y Canto. We have contributors across the country. It's scheduled with the Raza Writers National Conference. Enjoy poetry and art presentations, plus open mic. Do you have a poem, artwork, or song? Join the open mic. Visit www.laraizmagazine.com/events for more info." Y otro evento online, Chicano Hollywood announces Familia. Success happens when opportunity and preparation meet. So we must prepare for 2026 and the new era of indie filmmaking. Chicano Hollywood is hosting a webinar to prepare you for the opportunities coming your way. This online event will feature the following workshops led by industry experts: Networking for Success with Kenneth Castillo and Virtual Actors, Workshop with Cindy Luna. Sign up for these webinars at the following website, chicanohollywood.com, or search Chicano Hollywood on all social media platforms. Y un ongoing evento en Las Vegas, Nevada, as reported on the website vegaspbs.org. Come visit the new art gallery and community center to view the Cosmic Chicano solo art exhibition by artist Brian Martinez. This art exhibit explores Chicano and Mexican American as Martinez blends themes of the mythical, ancestral, and contemporary, as well as cultural pride, transformation, and duality. The exhibition is on view through November 22nd, 2025. Gallery hours, Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Cost, admission is free. The New Art Gallery plus Community Center, 1331 South Maryland Parkway, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89104. The exhibition is sponsored by Indigenous AF and the Andy Warhol Foundation for the Visual Arts. Para más información, visit nuwuart.com. And once again, our camarada Joe González desde Califas shares La Resistencia Brown Berets Nacional y la Mesa Nacional de los Brown Berets in conjunction with the North American School for Organizers and the Second Rainbow Coalition invite you to join La Clecha, fireside chats, and revolutionary political education classes. Join them online to sit around the fire para una práctica that looks forward to build structure within the movement of community organizers and learn about history, unity, and resistance. This is a weekly online event taking place via Zoom every Thursday evening at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it is open to the public. For more information, visit naso.network. And now, Aztlán Weekly presenta Palabra. We turn the mic over to our camarada Obsidian Itzpapalotzin.
Let's break down why it's wrong to ask a student not to speak Spanish in a classroom. It's a violation of their civil rights, first of all. Language is part of a person's culture, identity, and community. So when you're asking someone to not speak their language of national origin, you're violating their rights.
I have both talked to you about speaking Spanish in my classroom, and now I'm the one that's being bad because I'm asking you to meet my expectations.
We didn't,
okay,
but we didn't know that was a policy. You could have reminded us.
I've been talking to you about it since the beginning of school. Every time you talk.
Student is asked not to speak Spanish in a classroom. That is not a classroom rule or a policy. That is a linguistic discrimination. It's no different than asking a black student not to speak AAVE or an indigenous student not to speak their indigenous language.
In Spanish.
You just you tell us to stop talking.
Yes,
you don't.
Why? Why do you think I do that?
We don't know.
Okay, two reasons. It's unfair to other people. You're speaking a language that the people in the classroom speak. So it makes it seem like you guys are talking about them. Two, today I had a girl breaking down right in front of you guys, and you guys were giggling, and then you started speaking Spanish.
Who was breaking down? Because we don't focus on anyone but ourselves. If I'm talking Spanish, I'm talking Spanish because I know obviously no one else can understand me.
Okay, but why do that? What is the point of that?
We always do it in ceramics and
Okay, but I'm not the teacher of ceramics. But I'm not the teacher of ceramics.
I know, but I've never heard anything bad in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, we literally just speak Spanish,
but
in general.
that is my request. It has been my request. Mm-hmm. So it's disrespectful when you don't do what I'm asking you to do.
What this teacher's doing here is a double standard where she allows students to speak English but doesn't allow them to speak Spanish. And that is a direct violation of Title VI. That's federal law. It still stands. And Ann Arbor decision of 1979 forced schools to respect AAVE for black students, their home language, recognizing it as a right, not a privilege. This is similar to the ESL classes for Spanish students at home so they could learn English.
Or just next time, because we
No, there's not going to be a next time.
So just because we speak Spanish, you're gonna automatically think we're talking about someone in the class.
And I understand Spanish. So sometimes I do know what you guys are talking about.
We're never talking
Not
about
all
someone.
the time, and I can't pick it up nearly as quickly. But I do know some Spanish.
It's not like we're saying anything bad, so
That's not the point. The point is that I asked you not to.
yeah, but we didn't know the reason, so we were taking
But you
it
didn't
and
ask
we were.
me. Kimberly, you didn't ask me.
Because I feel like that's something you should also tell us. You're the teacher. You're the adult. Why do we have to?
That's right. I am the adult. And you are to do exactly what I tell you when it's in my classroom. If I tell you not to speak Spanish, there's a reason. I don't have to give you a reason. You're supposed to do it. Now, moving forward, there will be absolutely no Spanish in my classroom.
And lastly, I encourage you to report teachers that are censoring our children in schools. I also want to commend the young girls who were speaking up for themselves. They spoke very articulately. I was very impressed by the way that they stood up for themselves. And I want to encourage them to continue speaking up for their rights this way. And I was disappointed in the comment section. If you guys want to, go ahead and follow this comment that I posted on there. There's a lot of people with a lot of mixed feelings. Some of them are very racist, and so I just thought it was kind of interesting. But let me know what you think.
And now shout-outs. We at Aztlan Weekly would like to make a special shout-out to Obsidian It's Papalotzin for sharing sus palabras for our palabra segment. And we'd also like to make otro special shout-out to Hennessy Pedro Parker desde Houston, Texas, for providing his firme beats for the same segment. If you'd like to hear more from him, visit soundcloud.com Hennessy-Pedro-Parker. And once again, our camarada Veronica Aliel would like to give a shout out to all Raza who are in any way contributing to building locally in their communities, and an invite to join El Partido Nacional de la Raza Unida to build national political power. If interested, visit razaunidaparty.org. That's razaunidaparty.org. And finally, Aztlan Weekly would like to hear from you, Raza. If you reside anywhere in Aztlan and would like to share newsworthy events with us, or if you would like to make a special shout out to family, friends, y queridos, or an organization serving our community, or if you would like to share your thoughts, cáiganle, shoot us an email at news@aztlanweekly.com, or you can visit our website, aztlanweekly.com. You can also find us on social media, search Aztlan Weekly and click follow, subscribe, like, or share. Gracias. Que viva la raza y que viva Aztlan Libre. Es todo.
Minutes, Coordinated Universal Time.